Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I am very excited to be checking out the 42nd most popular project on all of games on Kickstarter right now. That is Sparta! Struggle for Greece. Struggle for control of ancient Greece in this fast and exciting historical area control game. 2 to 3 hours. 1 to 2 players, ages 14 plus, and I spotlighted this one specifically out of all the other games because there are some that are much bigger because they had all this information up pre-launch, if I recall correctly. I'm imagining so, and that gets me excited. A 1 to 2 player, 2 to 3 hour game. I know exactly what I'm getting here. I am getting a meaty 1 to 2 player experience. I'm assuming this is a large box. So I have a grasp of the box. I see that there's minis here. Looking at the background, I can see there's some cards, but I can barely make out any of the images at all on here. It's a solid main image, but I asked for a little bit more, I think, because honestly, we're a little bit redundant, the 1 to 2 players to 2 to 3 hours. What's the mechanisms? Oh, I guess it's area control. Area control. Okay. Is it asymmetrical? Because it's asymmetrical, I would drop that as well, because I imagine it probably is. But, as always when I go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Ooh, solo. Yeah, let's go. It's you.
Our great Spartan nation finds herself on the precipice of war. The Athenians, bent on empire building, have caused this uneasy peace to crumble. No longer do we rely on words. Sparta calls for war.
There we go.
In Sparta, you lead the Athenian or Spartan nations in a struggle for control of ancient Greece.
Board looks nice.
Send your leaders to raid.
During a round, spend Pericles and spend 1 favor to send a lesser enemy to a non-hostile space. So we got cards. They're going to move things around the board. Okay.
Or siege enemy settlements and watch them gain
and do things, gain cards. So I do like this, the fact we're spotlighting different cards.
Experience and improved abilities.
That's nice. So your characters will progress. So that's cool. That's cool. That's one thing that I love about games is whenever you can upgrade things. And the fact that they did it through the art as well, I think was really neat.
Manage your treasury, spending on shipbuilding, military units, and battle cards.
Nice.
Take control of important regions to earn their rewards.
I'm loving this board. It looks like there's so much to keep track of. But in a 2-player or a solo 2 to 3 hour game, that's what I want. You know, I don't want a 4-page rule booklet if I'm playing 2 to 3 hours on a solo game. I want something meaty and heavy. And that looks like there's lots of moving parts and pieces. I'm hoping there's a gameplay video. That's really the thing that comes to my mind. I want how to play a gameplay, but I'm interested, definitely interested. I am the target market for something like this, and I think they're doing a good job presenting it.
Use powerful cards to further your strategy and confound your enemy. Take to battle with a streamlined, card-driven combat system.
Bravery in battle, see your land battle, gain 1 battle streak, ship-to-ship battle, sea battle. Okay.
Sparta, command the fate of an empire.
Looks like a good game. It looks fun. I think they did a good job of selling themselves there. Do I want it? Yes, after the video. As someone who knew absolutely nothing about this game going into it, I like it. I do want to see a gameplay or how to play because I want to know a little bit more about the gameplay. Rule booklet, hopefully that's down here as well. But getting ahead of ourselves. So we got Stuart Tongi. Hello, I'm Stu. I run Plague Island Games. Our first game, 2 Minutes to Midnight, was here on Kickstarter in 2021. We're back with the next game, Sparta. Please check it out. So we got 2 people here in the customer service. Like that means we should have some good customer service. Let's make sure people got their stuff. 2 Minutes to Midnight. Fight the Cold War. So 716 backers brought this to reality. Let's make sure people got their things. Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed 2 Minutes to Midnight. We're back with Sparta, coming to Kickstarter. It's been a while, but I'm happy to see the North American fulfillment is now underway. That was in May, so they should have some reviews up. So hopefully we're spotlighting how this was reviewed, if we have some positive reviews on that. Quick question, is there a MasterCard list anywhere to verify that all the accounts are carded for? All right, so, and he's 2 months ago, who can I contact about missing cards? So good customer service here. That's what I want to see, constantly getting up in here. If I have issues, they're going to be there. So that's good. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? I feel comfortable. I have no reason to doubt you so far. This is the second game. Looks cool. Sparta's available in both English and Spanish. Next goal. So we're hitting stretch goals. Like that. Immediately mentioning that. 6 custom wooden tokens. Nice. Upgrades for the punch board counters. That's a nice little thing. I want to hit that. All right. Sparta. Nice box. I'd love to know the dimensions of the box, the dimensions of the components. How many cards? Like this shot right here, it's very fluffy. Like this adds next to nothing to the Kickstarter page. And it's like the main thing I see here. Now, if this had the price and it was a full component list or something like that, because everything I've seen here is I was in the video. I think I saw the dice. Wait, the dice maybe not. All right, Sparta, struggle for Greece. Play cards to play influence and control. So now we're talking about gameplay. Okay. 1 to 2 players, 2 to 3 hours, famous leaders who can level up, improving their skills, prepare your elite army, and I think you did a great job spotlighting that. That looked cool. By collecting cavalry, elite troopers, and skirmishers. There was all those different things going on the board. This looks great. Fast playing, but historically accurate. And then asymmetric player sides. That's the word that I was missing from the main description. I think that goes a long way with people. A 2 to 3 hour, 2-player asymmetric game. There's a big market for stuff like that. Especially on Board Game Geek. This is one that I could see easily getting on the hotness if it got the right buzz, the right attention kind of thing. Because, this scratches a lot of people's itches. The Peloponnese War and the Theban Spartan War. So now we're talking. Your decisions decide the struggle. Cool. So they're going to try and dip us into history. Feels like a tug of war with interesting choices and an epic scale. Feels like game mechanism with interesting choices and an epic scale. I feel like that quote could do better. Like, it's not like, it's like, okay. Nothing, like, interesting choices. I guess I like that. Game photo, cool stuff, things. It's a very cool card-driven game with a lot of unique and interesting concepts. There's a lot to like in this game. So it's card-driven. I wonder how many cards there are. That's something that it's already been percolating in my brain. Because that number, I think, is really going to dictate how interested I am in this. If we're talking hundreds of cards, I'm like, whoa. If we're talking 30 cards, I'm like, okay. Back Sparta. Help make it happen. We're new. We need you. Every single backer counts. Help us make this game. Kickstarter exclusive. History booklet for all backers. Don't know what that means. Hopefully, you'll explain a little bit more. Deluxe backers also receive the miniature Athena and the discus thrower. Okay. So those are those right there. So those aren't actually components in the games. Those are Kickstarter exclusives. I would mention that potentially on there. Kickstarter exclusive minis. Got to get those. You don't want to miss out on those. Get that fear of missing out. Great price. No VAT, no tax, no custom charge. Now, this is nice. I will say, I love what they're doing. I think the why should you back is very strong right here. They've reaffirmed the fact that this is probably not going to go to retail. As much as they'd love it to go to retail, it's probably not going to go to retail. If you don't get it now, there's a very realistic chance you might not be able to get it in the future. There's Kickstarter exclusives, which are nice Kickstarter exclusive. 2 minis. That's a heck of a thing. And then no VAT, no tax, no customs charge. That's fantastic. They're talking about shipping, which I know. It's a taboo. We got to put the shipping all the way at the bottom. No, you don't. It's 2022. Bump that shipping up. Talk about it. It's not something to be ashamed of. The choice, unless it can be sometimes. The choices that you make are really deep. It drips of theme. Okay, that's nice. $59. Okay, so I immediately now do not like the main image. Because the fact that we're not spotlighting, the fact that this is $59, I think that's a mistake. Now, I have actually heard from some content creators who said, Kickstarter recommends not doing that. Kickstarter recommends it, but I don't know. I think that's because Kickstarter just doesn't want it to look like a hokey yard sale. I think that's more of a personal Kickstarter thing. I think it really catches people's eyes, especially on a game like this. A 2 to 3 hour, 1 to 2 player game that's MSRP. I mean, that's great. $60. Nice. $59. I think that's a great price. How much is it? I feel like we are crushing that right now. Aside from, I want the list of components. That's what I would like here. And then we have the deluxe. So now we get up to $89, and then this is going to come with miniatures and metal coins. Oh, so you only get these if you back it at the $89 level. Okay. These are very nice looking metal coins. You've zoomed in on the miniatures, and I'm getting 15 of them. So $30 gets me metal coins and minis. That's a big jump. That's a really big jump for non-gameplay. Like, I don't need this. Like, this is perfectly fine. And I also need to know, does this fit in that? Because I bet it might not. I hope it does. And if it does, I would spotlight that. But that's another box that I have to put on there if it doesn't fit in there. And that's like, ugh. Like, this budget level right here, this is money. I don't need minis. I don't need metal coins. I mean, it's nice, but $30, I don't know. That is a huge jump for so minis and some coins. Hey, Huckleberry, yeah, I agree. I think that's a big jump there. What's inside? So now we got the full thing. Rule booklet. Hopefully there's a clickable link down here. 2 quick references. I'd love to see this zoomed in. I'd also love to know the sizes of these. You know, honestly, with a game like this, especially in a 2-player game or a 3-player game, the larger the player reference, the better. Because there's more table space. You're not playing a 4, 5, 6-player game where table space might be at a limited thing. So I think quick references, especially at especially for solo games, You know, I have never heard any solo gamer say, yeah, I wish this player reference was smaller. Have you? Because I have not. And if they did, I want to know what that game was, because kudos to that game. One solo reference, that's fantastic as well. I love that. 3 player mats. Cool. Map board. Once again, I'd like to know the dimensions on this. The custom dice, okay. Leader tiles. How many? 3? Is it 3? Because that's important information for me. Because the difference between 3 and 12, that's big. Region and alley tiles, same thing. Influence cubes and discs, same thing. You could be impressing me. You could be convincing me at that $89 price point. That you could be pretty much locking up the deal right now in my brain with the $59 price point if I knew exactly how many components and how much asymmetricism I'm getting here. But I don't, because I'm not seeing how many components there are. Model subject change, so size might not be in stone. Here's the thing. The size of the minis, honestly, that's the furthest thing from my mind. I want to know if this is a big box. Because I'm getting the vibe that maybe this is like a, what is it, the Uwe Rosenberg size boxes? You know, those big thick ones, or maybe like a Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion size box? Because I think that's, because it's like the pandemic-y shape, but it's thicker. It definitely looks thicker on the side, and this is why I just think it's so important to stress the size of your box. At least mention it. You don't tell me how many battle cards. You're not telling me how many event cards. I don't like this shopping area. I think we really dropped the ball here on this particular aspect of the what's inside. I need to know more. You know, you're 42nd most popular game out there. There's a lot of competition. There's 200 plus games below you. The more information you can give me in the story, I think just the better. Sparta brings his historical spirits to the table with card-driven actions, battles, and area control. I quite literally could not hate this quote anymore. It is nothing, like everything here I already knew. I knew battles, I knew area control, I knew card-driven actions, I knew it's a historical experience to the table. Literally everything here, like you could just, it's just about the game. This could be printed on the back of the rule booklet. Give me why Dan likes it. Dan, the Game Boy Geek. Very nice gentleman. Awesome. Go check out his channel. He does some great how to play videos if you don't mind the smooth jazz in the background. Deluxe editions, Anthems, Freedom of Death, because he plays some great music. 3 army miniatures and 3. So this is the deluxe edition. Also, now we're spotlighting what exactly is different with these 12 minis. And so we're getting some custom minis here. There's different shapes here. And I feel like if this would have been along with that $30 price point, I think I would have been a lot more convinced, because all you showed me, I believe, was 4 minis grand total up in that. Yeah, I see 4 here. So what am I thinking? Oh, 6 of these, 1 of these. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking mass market risk style game where it's just like you get a little baggie of just like the 6 guys and the horses on them or something like that. Whereas this one down here gives me much more of the, different ones. They're going to look different on the board. So the metal coins, they do look fantastic. Gameplay. Cool. Play a game. So now we're getting into the gameplay. I just want the video. I'm sure there's probably some videos. So we got stretch goals, $10,000 funded, 6 custom wooden tokens. Upgrade for the parchment, so that's nice. Relive the chaos and carnage of the Peloponnesian War and dominate ancient Greece. I love Cody. Seriously, I will be brutal. Here's what I do. I will give you my honest thought. I like Cody as a reviewer better than I like Dan, but I think Dan does great how to play videos, which makes it so I think like they're, you know, an even ground content creator wise, in my personal opinion, because everybody has their own hierarchy of who they like. And I'm just letting you know, I think Cody's a fantastic reviewer. If you've never checked out The Discriminated Gamer, he's lovely, and I love his sense of humor. But this quote is terrible. Like, it literally, once again, could just be pulled off the back of the box. Relive the chaos and courage of the... Like, this is just... It's you just describing the game. Like, why not take the meat of what he said and put it there? So, download the rules. Great. Want to see that. Tabletop Simulator. Awesome. Sparta Prototype. There we go. Because, yeah. Oh, so these are previews. Prototype is this gameplay. That's all I want. Just want the gameplay. There it is. Hour 1.
Hour 2 in...
Excellent. I'm going to guess that is very in-depth. If not, Dice Tower preview. Hopefully there is a gameplay. I know a 2-hour or 3-hour game could be lengthy. Games in a nutshell. Preview. Yeah, so I would have that. Unless that 1 hour one is just a solo. Yeah, maybe that is. Maybe that's a solo. I'm hoping there's a gameplay in there. I would spotlight that over everything. Gameplays, how to plays, I feel like those are worth their weight in gold on your Kickstarter page. So the team, we got the people who are going to be converting it into the languages. We got the shipping. Okay, USA $14. So I'm sitting at $74. Now here's the other thing. This is really annoying to me. You have 2 pledge levels. There should be 2 shipping areas. One over here for this pledge, one over here for that pledge. Because presumably the cost for that extra box of minis, because it's not going to come in the box. That would be essentially running two completely different print runs of the game. So I highly doubt that's how they're going to do it. They're going to have two boxes here. Is there a difference in shipping? If not, mention that. Spotlight that potentially in that pledge where it's like, oh yeah, and you're going to get reduced shipping if you buy this one. So USA, $14. You're in Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, get bent. Sorry, it's true. $14. That sounds like okay, that's not bad. So now I'm sitting at a $73 game. I think that's in the United States of America, at least. I think that's very reasonable. Plus no VATs as well. So in Canada, $25. So we're looking at about an $85 game. That's not terrible. You know, trust me, I'm sure some Canadians and some EU people can chime up in the. In fact, that's what I want to know in the comments below. What is the most you've paid for shipping on a game on Kickstarter? I'm going to run a poll. I'm going to ask people in that one in the thing. I would love to know that. And what the game was. But these look like, and then EU won. Wow, $14. This is great. This is like a top-notch shipping area. I really do like it. It's buried at the bottom, but still great shipping. And I already was excited about going to your shipping area because of how well you mentioned the shipping area in the pledge area. So there's lots of stuff I like on this page. Lots of stuff I don't like, but still, ooh, that's a really nice. I love this main image, except for that. Just get that crap out of here. Nobody, we know it's just fun. Like, whatever. Okay, anywho. FAQ updates, comments, let's go. Will there be pledge manager after the Kickstarter closes? Yes. Oh, I need to check out, yeah, because this is the other thing. I don't feel like I was really well convinced on the $89 pledge level, so I'm very interested to see how popular the $59 pledge level is versus the $89 pledge level, because always, 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 your most popular pledge level should probably be the one that has this deluxified, upgraded premium stuff. Retail purchase, 1. So they got 1. I mean, it's going to be in one store. There's nothing wrong with that. 30, because honestly, I will tell you, as someone who created my own game, I think only 5 people took the retail pledge, but that just tickled me pink, knowing that 5 places across the country, I think it was across the country, I don't think we had internationals, my game was. That's just so cool. So the $1 pledge level, so this is very interesting. Oh, so the retailer, okay. 32 people sitting on the fence. Sparta Standard Edition, $38. Which, honestly, if we didn't have the deluxified components, I think that would just be a fantastic pledge level. And I definitely, deeply wonder in my mind, if we didn't have the deluxified components and the minis, could we potentially even knock down this $59 price point even lower? That's just the thought that goes on in my brain. Because I don't know. The upgrade pack, it didn't. And then 179 here. So we have a grand total. So it is still overwhelmingly, it looks like 4-1. 4.5 to 1 people going that to that. So that's great. All right, so let's check out the updates and comments. Get out of here. Sparta is funded pushing into stretch goals. Thank you. We got 3 comments, 8 hearts. Let's go pushing this goal. Please watch out the bottom. Let's put it on the way past. We've got building work going on. Nice work. Happy to see things started out well. Great. So they responded to it. We're a load of exciting stretch goals. I would ask people questions. You know, we've got stretch goals planned in our brain. If things go extra well, what stretch goals would you like to see? I think it's just always a very easy one. Even if you don't take any of those ideas, it's still ideas that you can use in potential stretch goals. And then you can even point that out if you do it in the future and say, hey, we heard in our last project that people were interested in this X stretch goal, but it just wasn't a feasible thing to do at that time. However, we were able to do that in the front end, so now we can offer you this stretch goal because we put, and then little things like that go a long way with your customers. So, comments. What stretch goal appears to be in US dollars while pledges are in UK pounds? Thanks. That's a good point, actually. I think 10 in dollars because we buy in dollars, but I'll update the project with GBP. Thanks. I, too, would like to see how the solo system works. Yeah, that's also really important. Here's the solo quick play sheet. We're working on a short playthrough. Awesome. So they're working on getting the playthroughs here. I wish those would have been up in advance. That just seems kind of like a no-brainer to me to have especially the solo, because solo is just massive on Kickstarter. And a $59, so now I guess we're up to $74 with the shipping, but $74, 2 to 3 hour solo game, I mean, there's a big market for stuff like that. Final grade for this one. I do want to look at one more thing that is going to definitely interact with my excitement of this game, which is how did 2 Minutes to Midnight do? Because that's one thing that I thought was interesting. This is their second game. In no way, shape, or form did they reference their first game at all. Which seems odd. You figure you'd want to, especially if it went well. So it's rated, wow, okay, so 8,200. So hit or miss. It is a war game, but I'm sure there's probably some quotes here. Yeah, so what did Callendale say? I'm sure there's something we could have pushed out of there. Who wants to change history? My thoughts. Okay. Oh, so a top 1,500 war game. You know, I don't know. There's stuff you could pull out from that. I thought that was a little bit of an interesting choice not to spotlight the fact that this is the second game design a little bit more. But at the end of the day, I still thought overall this was a nice project. So do I want it? Yes. I felt like the video was, aside from the first 20 seconds, where we're just, talking fluff, theme, whatever. Once we got into the actual gameplay and showcasing all the cards and whatnot, it looked good. It looked nice. I liked the artwork. It looked like it was from a newer company. Like, the graphic design wasn't, like, amazing and stuff like that. But it still looked like a really rock-solid passion project. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? I feel comfortable. I got no reason to doubt you. You got the first one out. Doesn't seem like there was big issues with that. It's rated decently enough. The top 1,500 war games of all time. There's been a lot of war games reviewed. Let me see. Let's see how deep that list actually goes. I'm very curious. So this is this is all the war games ever listed on Board Game Geek. So this is in the top 14 pages of 112 pages of war games. That's pretty highly rated. I feel like we could definitely spotlight something like that. But anywho, do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? I feel like that $59 price point is really solid. The $89 one, not as much. I was a little bit annoyed. I don't know about the shipping, if it's going to be the same shipping for both of them, because that's the other thing. If it's actually going to be slightly cheaper shipping for the smaller pledge level, maybe spot that a little bit more. But then again, you don't want too many people taking that one, so I get it. Anywho, I think I'm going to go with I want to look at the main image one more time, but I'm leaning towards about a B+ on this one. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade on this one. Let's check this one out. No, I just want to look at the main image. There it is. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm going to go with a B+. Overall, I thought it was a really solid project. I did make a game. It was one of those judging adult party card games. I did a 500 print run of it, and then it just was out of existence. But let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Sparta Struggle for Greece. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 15,000 subscribers by the end of the year 2023. I don't know. I feel like that goal is way too far out. That just sounds weird in my mind. But as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.